Hello and welcome to another episode of Stories from the Road. I'm currently here with Sam from Team Car Scene at the halfway party of the Africa Rally 2024. I thought this might be a good opportunity though to introduce him to everyone and to talk about how and why he came across a BMW X5 as his Africa Rally car. Sam, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Paul.
Please tell us how on earth you decided that a BMW X5 was the car for you to enter the Africa Rally.
To be honest with you, Paul gave us the challenge of finding a car for 30,000 Rand. And every single car we viewed for 30,000 Rand was just about falling to pieces, never mind barely running. Until we viewed this beauty over here. This is a 2002 E53 first generation BMW X5 with a Lexus V8 swapped motor.
Sure.
Now, the conversion alone is worth like 30 grand with the engine and the gearbox, but the way that this conversion was done was a little bit subpar. So there's no fuel filter, instead there's a fuel purge, and all of it's sitting at the front of the motor. When we bought it, the radiator was buggered, the control arms were also buggered. We had to redo the suspension, spend quite a bit of money on the motor as well to get it running right. But when we started this, Paul said to us blatantly, he was like, make sure you get something old, something that you can fix on the side of the road, and this is the antithesis of what you recommended to us, and we've been proved that, as we've been stuck on the side of the road due to the ignition barrel also giving us a few problems.
Well, there's many an Africa Rally team that have finished one of our events on hopes and prayers alone, and I must say, when you told me it was a 2x4 automatic BMW, I was a little surprised. I was worried for you, but it's not let you down so far.
Yeah.
And like you said, there was only the one small problem with the ignition barrel.
And the fuel lines popping off.
Oh, and the fuel lines popping off, of course, and the car filling with smoke, wasn't it? Because of
yes, but we don't talk about that anymore.
Okay, we don't talk about that. Let's maybe have a look at the BMW and look at a few of its intricacies. So Sam's teammate and chief mechanic is Jamie here, and he's going to talk us through a few of the intricacies of this BMW X5, as well as a few of the bodge jobs which have had to be made along the road to keep it running.
This is our BMW X5 E53 with a Lexus V8 swap. So this is a 1UZ VVTi engine. It has been hacked and bodged into this car. We do numerous mechanical repairs before we came here, such as replacing the radiator, the top and bottom radiator hoses. We had to put a gearbox cooler in it because the previous mechanic thought that an aircon condenser was the same thing as a gearbox cooler. We had to do a viscous fan cooler, new air filter, we had to fix fuel lines, we had to do a water expansion bottle, and everything in between. There were suspension components, the brakes, the wheels, the tires. It was just a huge task to get there. And then along the way we've also broken down. We've had fuel lines pop off, we've had water leaks, we've had a key break off, well not break off, we had our ignition barrel break yesterday.
So when you say the ignition barrel broke and you had to hack it with a screwdriver, what do you exactly mean there?
So since we got this car, the key really hasn't got into the ignition that well, and it's kind of been a ticking time bomb so far. So luckily when we stopped at a very convenient petrol station yesterday in Malawi, that was the final straw for our BMW X5 Hyundai i20 mixed key, and we couldn't actually get the ignition on, and the steering wheel was locked, so we were in a bit of a tricky predicament. So we phoned the 24/7 helpline of Africa Rally, and then we were advised to take a screwdriver and a hammer, except we don't have a hammer, so we use a socket, or ratchet should I say. We put a screwdriver in, broke the ignition barrel out, and now we've got a very convenient key that works pretty well. And the steering wheel's unlocked, so it's a win-win situation. And we can also turn it off.
Now, it's safe to say that this vehicle's done some serious miles in Africa. And the guys from Team Car Scene certainly haven't been afraid to throw it around a little bit. And I've even been lucky enough to drive with Team Carcine for the final stretch down to the finish line on the Challenger route, which is Victoria Sands Lodge, Mbita, Kenya.
It's 306 miles to Mbita. We've got a full tank of gas, half a packet of sweets. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Let's go. So we just stopped outside Narok to fill up the tank and to get our early morning cup of coffee. And I must say, a dressing gown might be the essential go-to item for late night or early morning driving. Nice and warm, very comfortable, and pockets for all of your 13mm spanners and cable ties and important stuff like that.
Welcome to the finish line party for the Africa Rally 2024. The infamous, and they will have to unpack it, the infamous Golden Pineapple Award goes to Team Carcine in the X5.
Yeah! Thank you! Let's see what it is. What is it? Hey! Yo! What is it? The Golden Pineapple Award. Golden Pineapple Award.
If you know how difficult it is to source a golden pineapple in Africa, then
congrats, my friend. I told you, you brought us over here. Yeah! Look at that!
Golden pineapple. Well done, guys. You guys have battled through. The X5 has done well, and the golden pineapple is very well deserved. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Stories from the Road. We already know Team Carcine are keen to come back and complete the Africa Rally again next year. The question is, what will they be driving? Let us know what you reckon in the comments below. Next year, it will start on the 5th of July and it will finish on the 26th of July. Simply go to africarally.com to find out more.